Everyone, welcome to Plants and Politics. So I recently shared with you guys that District Court Judge David Carter was reviewing the matter of whether or not to release emails from attorney John Eastman to the January 6th Select Committee. Eastman, as you guys probably recall, is the guy who purportedly wrote that infamous memo outlining how then Vice President Mike Pence could subvert his constitutional obligation to count the Electoral College votes to help Trump remain in office longer. So Eastman had sued the committee after they subpoenaed his emails, and they've been fighting in court for several months now. Well, in a 44-page ruling, Judge Carter basically stuck a fork in this whole argument about Eastman's emails, and he determined that 101 out of 111 emails in question needed to be handed over to the committee. But it was his analysis of the overall issue, which is what received the most attention, because the judge wrote in his determination, quote, "Based on the evidence, the court finds it more likely than not that President Trump corruptly attempted to obstruct the joint session of Congress on January 6, 2021. Not only that, but the judge also accused Trump and Eastman of a conspiracy to stop Biden from taking office. Carter wrote, quote, "Dr. Eastman and President Trump launched a campaign to overturn a Democratic election, an action unprecedented in American history. Their campaign was not confined to the ivory tower. It was a coup in search of a legal theory. The plan spurred violent attacks on the seat of our nation's government, led to the deaths of several law enforcement officers, and deepened political distrust in our political process." I mean, he's being pretty blatant, and he accused Eastman specifically of violating the Constitution. He wrote, quote, "The draft memo pushed a strategy that knowingly violated the Electoral Count Act, and Dr. Eastman's later memos closely track its analysis and proposal. The memo is both intimately related to and clearly advanced the plan to obstruct the joint session of Congress on January 6, 2021. So, I mean, we've already got, militia members. We've already got the oath keepers, oath breakers, and the proud bigots who have been accused of these same exact things. They've not just been accused of it, they've actually been indicted on these same charges that he's laying out here. These are the same things: conspiring to obstruct an official proceeding. He noted, however, there's nothing he can do about it because this isn't within his purview. Judge Carter stated, quote, "More than a year after the attack on our Capitol, the public is still searching for accountability. This case cannot provide it. The court is tasked only with deciding a dispute over a handful of emails. This is not a criminal prosecution. This is not even a civil liability lawsuit." So essentially what he's saying is, your move, Merrick Garland, right? Pull your head out of your ass and do something about this criminal activity. This isn't any different than what they have charged the oath breakers and the proud bigots with. Literally, no different other than being there and taking physical action. But you've got Stuart Rhodes, the head of the oath breakers, and you've got Enrique Tarrio, who's the leader or was the leader of the proud bigots. Neither of them were there either. Neither of them were physically there or took any physical action, but they have both been charged with conspiracy and conspiracy to obstruct an official proceeding. So if they can be charged with it, then what is the problem? You've got a judge here saying these two guys did it, Donald Trump and John Eastman. Merrick Garland, do what Alvin Bragg is too much of a walking testicle to do, and prove to us that truly no one is above the law. And remember, that charge of obstructing an official proceeding, that's a felony. That carries a maximum term of up to 20 years in prison. We'll see what happens. But in other Trump news, the judge presiding over the New York State Attorney General's battle to try to obtain Trump Organization documents, basically he's run out of patience. He's done with Trump's stall tactics. He ordered the third-party forensic team to provide more detailed weekly reports regarding the documents that haven't yet been relinquished. And he essentially told them, pick up the pace on locating these documents, and also a cell phone that used to belong to Alan Garten. That's one of the Trump Organization attorneys. Apparently that has not been located yet. But the judge noted, time is of the essence because of the statute of limitations. So we're bumping right up against that as far as bringing charges goes. So Trump's attorneys, of course, complained. They're whining about, we have so much work. There's so many cases, blah, blah, blah. And while they're bitching about all this, they confirmed that there's another investigation taking place. This is in the District of Westchester, New York. So the Westchester district attorney is apparently investigating Trump's finances as well in regard to his golf course in that area. So we'll see what happens with that. But according to a Daily Beast source, Trump has also, as you would imagine, been complaining. He's been whining and crying that his enemies will, quote, be suing me for the rest of my life. I mean, fingers crossed, right? Here's hoping. Anyway, guys, I'll keep you posted on all of this. But yeah, Merrick Garland, let's step it up. Let's get to getting. All right, guys. Thanks so much for watching and listening. Take care, and I'll talk with you soon.